Do you use a hip extension machine at your gym? There are some intricacies that need to be considered in order to make sure that you are effectively using this machine to both strengthen and tone your glutes. Check out these tips to make sure you're doing just that. Welcome back to Trainer Tip Tuesday, everybody. All month long, we're going to be giving you tips and tricks to effectively use the hip extension machine at your gym. A hip extension machine is actually a very common machine at a lot of gyms, but most people don't really recognize how to use it properly. So these tips are not only going to make sure that you're using the machine effectively, but also make sure that you are getting the desired results when you use the machine.
Today we're going to be talking about setting up the back pad for when you're doing hip extensions. A lot of hip extensions machines have a back pad that you push your back into when you're doing the hip extension, and it's important to appropriately choose a starting position. Last week we talked about setting the foot position, which is really important to do before you do this step. So once you have the foot position set, that's going to determine how much knee bend or knee flexion you have. The next thing you need to do is check your hip range of motion once you have your knee flexion set. This is really important to do after you've set the foot plate. So what Charlie's going to do is keep his spine nice and flat, and he's going to hinge just at the hip. So he's going to keep his back flat and lean forward, and wherever his body naturally stops, this is the maximum position that he can move forward. So from there, we're going to move this back pad so that it matches his back. And so he's actually in between two settings, which is a good point. You don't want to ever smush your body further. So we're going to pick the setting that is in less flexion.
Use this tip the next time you do the hip extension machine at your gym to not only make sure that the exercise is more focused on building the strength of your glutes, but that it's also safer for you as well.